God. All right, and we're live. I feel good. What you say to me, face me? Can we feel love? I feel good. Wow, okay. Plague, how's it going, man? I am indeed. Bug, how's it going, man? How you doing? Long time no see. It's been a solid, I don't know, 12 hours, maybe. This is kind of important. Do you want me to send the COI MC art now or later? Plague, if you have some like basic art, obviously that doesn't give away anything more than like what happens in chapter 1 or like any more of his powers or anything, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I'd love to see what he looks like. Luvion, how's it going? Lucius, how's it going, man? Hello, how's it going, man? How you doing? Sorry, give me 1 second, guys. Dr. Z, how's it going? How you doing? Like always, well, bye. Bye, Hollow. Captain Panda, how's it going? I sent 4 official arts, that should be fine. Fantastic. Thank you, Plague. Okay. As for the character rankings, we'll talk a little bit more once like more people are here and stuff. But I think I would like to rank characters based on their... Okay, there's like 2 options. Milosh, how's it going, man? Okay, I feel like I either want to rank characters based on their character development throughout the story. Yeah, Dr. Z has 2 accounts with memberships, and she's choosing not to use either of them. God bless her. I don't know. So we can either do like character progression throughout the story, like how much they've changed, how much they've grown, or second, we could do it on like wait, I had this written somewhere. Hold on. Or second, we could do it on like influence to the plot, or like how valuable they are to the plot. I'm staying alive. That is taking more effort than I originally expected. What happened? 4 accounts with memberships? What? Okay, hold on. Dude, she's taking them all. This is you're hard. R-A-D R-A Rabbit. Let's go! 3. Let's go. Catcher. The Secretive Plotter? I don't even know that one. The YouTube branch one, and then I think there was one more. Yeah, YouTube branch one. I was gonna say radio. Fool, how's it going, man? How you doing? This and documentary record. Yep, that one. Yep. Okay, Capri cargo, khaki, and pants. Fuck, I was thinking like types of pants. Haul, load, freight, cargo. Pant, sweat, tan, cramp? Shit. Okay, sweat, pant, and cramp, and then I'm thinking one more. Fawn? Shit. Gem, aqua, khaki, capri, tan, sag, redden? Redden? Okay. Signs of physical exertion. Yep, yep, yep. Okay. Okay, we got one chance, and Devil isn't here, so we gotta really lock in. Okay. Okay. Tan, khakis, camels, fawn. Things you see in like a desert or something? Or things that might happen in the desert? I don't know how khaki fits in though. You would but then I guess I don't know how a deer is in the desert either. Oh wait, brown. Oh wait. Zodiac signs? Aqua, Aquarius, Sagittarius. Oh, fool, you're so, oh my god, so clever. Oh, so good. Luvion, that's where my mind is going to. That's why I was so I was like, dude, Capri Sun, where am I going with this? Oh, that's so clever, fool. I wouldn't have gotten that ever. Damn. Let's go to Lexicon. Damn, Money hasn't been here in a couple of days. No chess game. That sucks. Oh, miss that dude. Oh, God. Worry, stress, worry. Unironically, I have a folder with hundreds of unofficial COIR pieces. That's crazy one. Like I was so I was talking to the editor for the volume 6 video, and he was like, he was working on it, and he was like, hey, just to confirm, like, you're okay. Sorry, I gotta turn this down. And he was like, hey, just to confirm, you're okay if I use like unofficial art and stuff, right? I was like, oh yeah, that's fine. I don't care. And then I was like, yeah, I'm sure you have like a ton of art and stuff, but if you ever need any, like, feel free to join our Discord. I feel like we have like fucking all the art ever made. And he's like, I have 10,000 artwork that are categorized. I'm okay. And I was like, shit, dog. Welcome, enter. Welcome, entrance. Welcome, thankful. Damn. Wordle in 3, did connections, Lexicon in 6. Damn. Actually good? Oh my god, are we gonna win? If we win the chess game today, we get the fucking trifecta. Hold on, let me cook. Fan art is easy to find, but some artists don't want people using it. Of course, yeah. You know what? You know what that actually? You know what? Getting Lexicon in that bit, in that, like, what I felt like. Hold on. This. I'm gonna show you what I feel like. I'm gonna show you what I felt like in that moment. This is what I felt like. This is what I felt like. Oh, that's so good. Oh shit, no, not that song. That song is what keeps getting my streams all fucking blocked. I gotta remember to avoid that song. Okay. I should work now. Yeah, me too, buddy. Let's go. What the fuck is this opening he's doing? I'm searching all along. So Dr. Z, we're just gonna read the first chapter today, and then we're gonna start reading once I'm finished the Perfect Run. But we're gonna read but we're just gonna read chapter 1 today because quite a few people have recommended it. Or not recommended, but asked me to do so. So. Mother of Learning, Nightwalker will have to be after at this point. I know that was not the original plan, I apologize, but yeah, that's just how the cookie crumbles, I suppose. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. I know that wasn't the original plan, but that's okay. You know, shit changes. We'll be okay. I can't go there, which is frustrating. There's also a possibility you'll have to take a break from COI and we'll try something else in the meantime. Can I ask why you think that? Like, why you think that might be the case? That I might have to take a break from COI? I'm not saying you're wrong, I'm just asking. Need you to my call. You'll take off my mask. It's just not as good as Lord of the Mysteries, so there's a possibility. Oh. CO is very different from Lord of the Mysteries, but happens in the same world. That's why if yeah, I figure because the Arthur, how's it going? I figure because there's a different MC and because what pathway you're from affects how you see the world so much. I feel like it makes sense that it'd be different. I get a little confused when you guys say it's like radically different, but I mean we'll find out. Yeah, or Nightwalker, at this point, it would be about a 2-month break between since we finish Lord of the Mysteries, the main story. Yeah, I get that we just finished the... since we just finished the side story, but like, I get what you mean, I do. It'd be about a 2-month break, which is, I feel like, decent, I think. Shit. You will know what people mean when you read it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh shit, I'm low as fuck on time. I fucked up. You didn't see it? That was so bad. I just ran out of time. Okay. What's the order between COI, Lord of the... I know, Nightwalker. I was trying to just get him to waste time. I was hoping he would take the queen, but it would take him time. I was... fuck. So I am thinking, Luvian, we do Lord of the Mysteries side stories first, and then we either do COI or character rankings. I don't quite know those two, but I'm definitely thinking we do the side stories first. Is that okay? Oh, I'm so ticked. I'm so ticked. Fucking hell, man. Hold on. Alright. Lord of the Mysteries, side story, How to Persuade Melissa. So maybe do that after side stories? Okay, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, that's fine. Do you think the side stories will get a small physical copy? That'd be nice. I hope so. Viewer, how's it going, man? How you doing? That would be nice. All right, let's go. I will say from next year, I'll start buying the physical copies and stuff and start trying to amalgamate them. Okay. August 1349. If I'm super honest, I don't know super well the years and shit, so I don't know when this is, but all the same. The moment Klein pushed open the door of Unit 2 Daffodil Street, he saw Benson sitting on the tea table holding a book and staring blankly into space. "What's on your mind, Benson?" Klein asked casually. Benson his sleeves rolled up, sighed, and turned his gaze to Klein. "I'm trying to figure out how to convince Melissa." "About what?" Klein took a seat on the single sofa. Benson sighed. "I found a set of tableware at Harrods for £1 and 10 soli. Melissa thinks it's too expensive. She found similar items in the Iron Cross Street for only a few soli." "Maybe even cheaper. You could probably get a set for just 1 soli, though the source might be questionable," Klein joked. As a Nighthawk with access to police records, he knew exactly which fences handled stolen goods in Iron Cross Street. Benson considered this seriously for 2 seconds before shaking his head. Klein, you have a respectable job now. We can't cut corners like that. Sure, it might be cheaper now. I hope it's pronounced Soli. How else would you pronounce it? Would you pronounce it Soli? That just doesn't sound right at all. Klein, you have a respectable job now. We can't cut corners like that. Sure, it might be cheaper, but it could become a stain on your record. We're not curly-haired baboons. We need to think long-term. Man, it is just good. It is just good to hear Benson talk about curly-haired baboons again. Man, when shit used to be so much simpler. What, you pronounce it solely? Fucking no, wrong. Disagree. Money, how's it going, man? All right. Okay, in that case, if you're up, if you're free, we'll play our chess game in a little bit later. Okay? I don't know if you were coming today, so I just did a game against a rando. So if you're up for it, we can do it later. You can use TTS. Okay, fuck. Okay, fine. Fuck you. How to pronounce this?
Soli.
This is wrong. No, I completely disagree. No, this is wrong. This is wrong. No. The website doesn't know what they're talking about. Okay, Nightwalker. I did not lose pretty bad. I lost on time, okay? I was up material until I just lost it all because I was on time, because I was low on time. I did not lose badly. Fuck you. I know, Klein said, steering the conversation back. So, what did you tell Melissa? I said you have a respectable job now, and that you might need to host your superiors or colleagues in the future. You'll need proper tableware for social occasions, and in the future, when you get engaged to a nice girl... Benson trailed off. Do you have to bring up my engagement, Benson? Do you want to experience the terror of being nagged about marriage by both your siblings? Klein grumbled internally. I might be able to convince Melissa, but I'll need your help. Benson blinked, clearly surprised that Klein would take on the risk. All right, he said. May the goddess bless us. On their day off, inside the bright and luxurious Harrods department store, Klein stopped in front of a set of bone china tableware with silver cutlery and exclaimed with feigned delight, "How beautiful! This is exactly how I imagined high society to be." Melissa, wearing a black lace hat, let her gaze linger on the set before glancing at the price tag. £7. Her spine stiffened, her chin tilting up. I don't really like the style, she said. But it's so elegant, Klein pressed. A sales clerk approached, eyeing Klein's silk top hat and tailored coat. This is a Cheskis set, a brand favored by many aristocrats. But we're not aristocrats, Melissa muttered. Benson leaned in and said gently, Still, doesn't this suit Klein's current status? Think about his future social engagements. He can't always be a guest. He'll need to host eventually. And when he does, proper tableware is a must. His superiors, colleagues, the people he associates with can all discern quality. The last remark carried a double meaning, both that the tableware's authenticity and how others might judge Klein himself. We could just host it at a restaurant. Melissa swallowed the words, knowing dining out would be even more expensive. Benson continued. Don't you want Klein to meet a nice girl and get engaged soon? Would you want her to visit us and see shoddy tableware? Elizabeth and the others wouldn't care about things like that, Melissa countered, weakly. Oh god, not this again. Klein cleared his throat. I do like this set, but since you disagree, let's look at the others, Melissa. You like it? Melissa repeated. Benson guided them a few steps away to a simpler, white glazed porcelain set. This one seems nice too. Melissa's eyes darted to the price tag, £1, 10 soli. I will continue pronouncing it soli, it's been so the whole fucking Lord of the Mysteries. Okay, I'm not changing it now, get fucked. She exhaled in relief before examining the set. It was refined and tasteful, though lacking silver cutlery. It didn't look cheap. Her gaze lingered on a gold-trimmed plate, an elegant minimalistic bowl. After a long pause, she turned. Do you like these, Klein? They're lovely, Klein smiled. Compared to the other set, which one do you prefer? Klein answered earnestly. They're different styles. I like them both equally. Melissa fell silent, deep in thought. Seizing the opportunity, Benson added, we can buy this set piece by piece. It won't strain our budget. By Winterfest, we could have the whole set, just in time to host Klein's colleagues. Alright, Melissa finally relented. Spectre Empire? Is that the next one? I don't know. I don't think I've read that one. When she looked back at the tableware, her eyes shone with unguarded fondness, all hesitation gone. I'll fetch the clerk, she said, pointing to the sales counter before walking off. After 2 paces, she half-turned and called over her shoulder. From now on, I'll be in charge of storing and washing this set. In her eyes, I'm that clumsy, huh? After all the meals I've cooked for them, Klein chuckled. Deal. Oh, Wind Valley, these are your translations? Thank you, dude. But I love how, in this case, it's just a pure win for Klein. They buy a new set, and he doesn't have to fucking wash dishes anymore. Win-win all across the board, baby. Benson nodded too, watching Melissa's retreating figure before asking, how did you come up with this strategy? He basically just price anchored her, right? He showed her like a really expensive thing, and then showed her something that was much more within budget, and they were like, oh, I guess that works. Chris, how's it going, man? Long time no see. Show Melissa something outrageously expensive, then pivot to the actual target. Klein grinned. A philosopher once said most people prefer compromise. If you propose tearing off the roof, they'll settle for opening a window. That's quite insightful. Which philosopher said it? Klein hesitated before answering brightly. Emperor Roselle. Probably. At the storefront, under the still bright afternoon sun, Melissa suddenly stopped and said, Klein? She gazed at the sunlit street, her expression serene. You showed me the 7-pound set first to scare me into thinking a pound 10 soli was reasonable, didn't you? Melissa, must you always be this perceptive? Some truths are better left unspoken. Klein coughed. I genuinely thought that set was beautiful, which wasn't technically a lie. Melissa looked down. What really convinced me wasn't the trick, it was that milky white bowl, so delicate, perfect for someone bookish like you. And that gold-trimmed plate suited Benson so well. Her voice softened. They suited you both, and you liked them. That's why I agreed. Sunlit gilded her profile as she added almost playfully, all that talk about social status and engagements, terrible arguments. You liking it was what mattered. That's so sweet. That she's saying like all this bullshit. You could have just told me you guys really liked it. I would have listened. Aww. The August sun. Klein and Benson exchanged a glance, equally moved and wordless. The August sun draped Tinged in warmth, lazy and golden. Then Melissa turned abruptly, her eyes serious. But really, both of you should start looking for nice girls and get engaged soon. In perfect sync, Klein and Benson massaged their temples. The end. Reading it now that Klein has lost everything hurts so much more, yeah. But never forget, nothing is ever truly lost to a Lord of Mysteries, Dr. Z. No memory that cannot be regained. Nothing they have ever truly lost. Whenever I see... Alright, this is the last Lord of the Mysteries. Hell yeah, he can pull scenes from the historical void and gaslight himself. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Okay. The last. At the bow of the three-masted sailing ship. Have you read all of the sequence names by now? No, Clown. I think there's a couple that I'm still missing, right? I think there's like 4 or 5 that I'm missing. Hold on, let me just check my notes really quickly. Give me a second. I thought I had them all, and then someone asked me, like, just to fuck with me. They were like, oh yeah, what's sequence 7 of this pathway? And I was like, what the fuck? Why don't I know it? So there's 2 that I'm missing in the monster pathway. I'm missing 4 and 3 of the monster pathway. I'm missing 3 and 2 of the assassin pathway. 3 and 2 of the bard, 3 and 2 of the reader, 3 and 2 of the criminal, 2 of the corpse collector and sleepless. Yeah, that's and 8 of reader. Sorry. So I'm missing a couple. A sequence 8 White Tower. Oh yes, it was Bug. This mother. I was like, oh yeah, like I know them all. And Bug off fucking rip without even giving it a beat goes, oh yeah, what's sequence 8 of White Tower? And I was like, what the fuck? Wait, assassin. What did I say? You're right, I shouldn't be a missing assassin. What the fuck? Why is this not in here? That's fine. It's probably up top. Sorry, because I keep it in 2 places, so I apologize. It's fine. Okay. At the bow of a 3-masted sailing ship, the tall Captain Norm, with his light yellow beard, turned his head to ask his first mate, Sigurd, "You sure the Spectre Empire will appear in these waters tonight?" Everyone on the ship was a treasure hunter, only taking in the occasional side gig of piracy when needed. Sequence 2 of the corp. I don't think I said I don't know that one. Okay. I don't know, maybe I did. Chaos Walker, Monster Sequence Series Chaos Walker? Ah, thank you. Monster. Okay. And the Spectre Empire was one of the 6 most famous treasure legends on the 5 seas. 4 and 3 are told. So I know 4 as well? What the fuck? Misfortune Mage. Oh. Why am I missing that? That's so stupid. And the Spectre Empire was one of the 6 most famous treasure legends on the 5 seas, also the one with the most stories. It was said to belong to the Truonst Empire of the 4th Epoch. I'm well aware I pronounced that incorrectly, but it's just too late to fix it now. They built a massive ship the size of a city and transferred all their treasures and wealth onto it, but when the ship suddenly sailed into the sea on its own, its intended passengers and crews not having arrived yet, all seemingly dead beforehand. The ship vanished from then on, but from time to time people claim to have seen the enormous vessel silently sailing past on some foggy nights. Thus, the ship came to be known as the Spectre Empire, and its reported location were scattered across the Sonya Sea. Sigurd had long, brass-colored hair and regular features. Gazing at the blue seawater ahead, he said, "We can only say there is a possibility." If the Spectre Empire were so easy to find, it would have long been discovered and become the property of the 4 kings and the pirate admirals. I'm just speculating, based on the records of the Spectre Empire's appearances over the millennia and some historical documents, that it might appear in these waters during the full moon. Captain, do you know at least half of these records are fake? Fabricated by pirates or merchants for bragging rights or hallucinations from their drunken stupors? Relying on them to deduce patterns offers a very low chance of a definite answer. Half are fake? At least 90%, the captain laughed. The young first mate Sigurd glanced at Norm. Captain, you don't seem too disappointed? Norm just chuckled. Aren't we treasure hunters all using 100% courage, strength, and patience to chase a 1% hope? Sigurd said nothing as he clenched his right fist and struck his chest. May the storm be with you. May the storm be with you, the captain responded. Those who venture at sea more or less put some faith in the Lord of Storm, even if it's just in case. And so, late at night, First Mate Sigurd returned to the bow after inspecting the ship. He saw Captain Norm leaning on the gunwale, head tilted back, staring at the unusual concentration in the night sky. He was so still, he seemed like a statue, not even noticing Sigurd's approach. Sigurd instinctively looked up, following the captain's gaze. He saw the bright, crimson full moon, its dreamlike, slightly eerie light spilling down from high on above, casting a hazy, enchanting red veil over the entire ship, the entire sea, the entire world. Sigurd quietly admired the view for a few seconds, then came to the captain's side and asked, "What are you thinking about?" The captain didn't respond. Only after a long while did he bother speaking. As if talking to himself. I was thinking of a long time ago. When I lay on a haystack, the full moon was no different than it is now. How long ago was a long time? Sigurd asked. Back then, my father played the flute in front of the haystack, my mother hummed a soft song, my younger brother and sister pestered the visiting bard to tell another story. The girl I liked and her friends huddled under the shade of a tree, chatting about who knows what, occasionally scuffling, occasionally laughing. After listening to the captain's story, Sigurd said thoughtfully, I've been on the Mint for almost 2 years. Captain, it seems you've never taken leave or gone home. Norm was silent. As he said, that village. It disappeared in an incident involving a Beyonder losing control. The young first mate didn't know what to say. Oh, thanks, Clown Man, appreciate it. Silence. A long silence. After a few minutes, Sigurd suddenly frowned. The sea surface was strangely covered in the night-tinged mist. It's foggy, Sigurd said. If this were the Fog Sea, fog appearing without warning would be common. Not worth noting. Oh shit, yeah, Clown Man, don't put it in general, put it in Lord of the Mysteries spoilers. Fuck. If this were the Fog Sea, fog appearing without warning would be common, not worth noting. But the weather in the Sonya Sea would rarely be like this. Before Norm could speak, his pupils dilated. He saw a colossal shape slowly emerging from the depths of the fog. That colossus was over 100 meters tall, without even counting the masts. In its entirety, it is almost like a mountain with a tall peak, radiating an exceptionally heavy feeling. Spectre Empire, Sigurd muttered. They had truly encountered the treasure that was the Spectre Empire. This is not going to end well, by the way. And nearly half an hour later, the Mint stopped nearby the massive ship, covered in copper rust, like a blade of grass looking up at a gigantic tree. There's a gangplank lower down, Sigurd said, looking at the Spectre Empire. Lower the boat. You, me, Moss, Thurman, and Bento will go to check it out. The rest stay on board to guard against incident, the captain said, selecting crew members known for their courage. The treasure hunters were all eager. As the small boat reached the gangplank of the Spectre Empire, Moss, the fellow who feared nothing, was the first to jump on. Sigurd hadn't even finished observing, let alone formulated a plan. What is this song in the P? It is a Lies of P OST. The name for which is that fool. He quickly turned to a human torch amidst screams. He fell from the gangplank, splashing into the sea, his body on fire. Seeing his head emerge from the water, the captain asked, "Are you alright?" "Some burns, but no problem," Moss shouted back. "What happened?" Sigurd asked. Moss thought for a moment and said, "I think I heard a voice saying something like, offending the... and burning at the stake, and then I found myself on fire." Offense. Sigurd chewed on the word. After a few seconds, his eyes lit up. "I understand." He downloaded the patterns. It's over. He then jumped onto the gangplank, went down on one knee and performed a salute. Only after doing this did he begin to climb up further. No further anomalies occurred along the way. See that? Show some basic courtesy. Norm also understood and reminded the other crew members. They all saluted, climbed up, and a not insignificant amount of time later, they reached the deck. At a glance, it looked like an endless plaza. In the middle of this plaza stood two long tables draped in white tablecloth. One of them, or on them, were plates of gold, silver, brass, and other metals. But the plates didn't hold food. Instead, they contained items of strange shapes, various colors, exuding flowing light and dangerous aura. Everything was arranged with strict left-right symmetry. Hey Vinley, how's it going, man? The most dedicated hater, actually. What a G. So Wind Valley, the ones I've read were in modern time. What was the name of that first one? What's the name of that first one? Shit. A Commoner's Life, A Commoner's Day, something like that. How to Persuade Melissa, and now this one. Everything was arranged with strict left-right symmetry. Beyond our materials, Bento roared. Ordinary person's daily life. Thank you, Milos. Stepping forward joyfully, cautiously attempting to pick up one of the plates. "Put it down!" Sigurd shouted. Before his voice faded, Bento was struck by an invisible whip and sent flying back off the deck. A moment later, a splash was heard. The plate, however, didn't get blown away with the man. It just floated back to its original position. Seeing this, Sigurd said to Moss and Thurman, "Don't touch those Beyonder materials for now. If you really want to take them, one of you go on each side and take it off the same plate simultaneously. The two plates must remain symmetrical." You haven't read A Day in the Year, Rebellious Teenager, and A Little Case? Jesus Christ, how many motherfucking side stories are there? This is the fourth one I'm reading, and there's still 3 more? And apparently Wind Valley is saying that there's like more in there's more that are only in Hong Kong or something? What the fuck? With this, Sigurd said to Moss and Thurman, don't touch those Beyonder materials for now. If you really want to take them, each of you go on one side and take it off the same plate simultaneously. Make sure the two sides remain symmetrical. Alright. Moss wore his fearless expression, rubbed his hands together, and called Thurman to examine the table together. Sigurd then said to Captain Norm, "Shall we go check the cabins?" Norm hesitated before saying, "Okay." After having encountered the Spectre Empire, of course, they should go to see for more potentially valuable things in the ship. The two quickly passed Moss and Thurman, heading for the cabin's entrance at the rear of the ship. They had barely advanced 200 meters when Suddenly, an invisible wall appeared before them. The wall was very soft, as if possessing a life of its own, enveloping them and pushing them back. Faintly, Norm and Sigurd realized this invisible wall seemed to be composed of rows upon rows of ancient characters and sentences. Norm could barely make out a few phrases. When the moon is full, killing is forbidden. When the moon is full, entry is forbidden. In just 2 or 3 seconds, the seemingly alive invisible wall had pushed Sigurd and Norm back over 10 meters. Forbidden to enter. They both looked at each other. Sigurd slowly sighed. It seems we can't explore the cabins tonight. It can't be helped. Sometimes, death isn't necessarily the worst outcome. Norm didn't entertain the idea of risking a forced entry just because the rule had forbidden killing during the full moon. After all, no one could be sure if the punishment would make you wish for death, but wouldn't let you die. Sigurd nodded. I want to go take a look at the bow. For what? Put some distance between us and look up towards the helm area. See what's there, Sigurd answered. Alright, Norm chose to go with him. The Spectre Empire was enormous. Even though their original position was relatively close to the bow, it took them a long time to reach their destination. I did hear about this clown, man, that they released some like AI shit that was like having like huge contradictions or something, and like the readers in China were like going ape shit. Oh no, I think I might be thinking of something else. I think it was like one of the short stories was built up on like a fanfic that a fan had made or something. Oh, I think that's I think that's what I'm remembering. Sigurd nodded. I want to go take a look at the bow. For what? Put some distance between us and look up towards the helm area. See what's there, Sigurd answered. Okay. Norm then chose to go with him. The Spectre Empire was enormous. Even though their original position was relatively close to the bow, it took a long time for them to reach their destination. And Leonard, or was it Klein, who was the... What the fuck, Nightwalker? What did you just say to me? The Spectre Empire was enormous. Even though their original position was relatively close to the bow, it took them a long time to reach their destination. Turning around, both looked up towards the helm area high above, they discovered that from their previous angle, they couldn't see the very top of the helm area. There was actually an elevated observation platform, and on this platform stood a huge stone chair. On the stone chair sat an illusory, semi-transparent figure. Norm then felt an inexplicable fear. Kakarot, we're gonna finish the perfect run first, and then we're gonna start reading COI. For twofold reasons. One is just to switch it a little bit, and secondly, most people say that it's good to have some time between Lord of the Mysteries and COI, which I think is fair. So we'll start it in about a month's time. I think I have about 80 chapters or so to go for a perfect run. We should be able to finish that in November, so we should be able to start COI end of November, start of December, basically. Especially because I have some vacation coming up in November. I think it's like the last week in November or something. I'll be off work, so we can do like day streams, and we can stream for longer, and we can fucking eke it out. Or, really cool thing might be if I really push hard on TPR right now, and then try to have COI started when I'm on vacation, so that I can do morning streams and like longer streams for start of COI. Also an option. I don't know. Like, I'd have to push really hard to get it done in the next 3 weeks, but I mean, maybe. I don't know. On the stone chair sat an illusory, semi-transparent figure. Norm felt an inexplicable fear, wanting to lower his head. We'll make sure you can still take in the story. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Norm wanted to lower his head. Was there really a specter on the ship? A specter of a terrifying figure of the Fourth Epoch? In that instant, that illusory, semi-transparent figure was imprinted in Norm's eyes. A dignified, commanding young man with short, brass-colored hair. Devil, we're gonna read the first chapter just to see what it's like. It was a dignified and commanding young man with short, brass-colored hair, a handsome profile, and a somewhat scholarly air. At this moment, the man was tilting his head back, gazing at the night sky with extreme concentration and absorption, seemingly unaware of the activity on the deck below, as if he was a mere statue. Sigurd and Norm instinctively raised their heads and followed the man's gaze into the night. They immediately saw a bright, crimson full moon. That full moon was shedding its dreamlike, slightly eerie radiance, casting a hazy, enchanting veil over the entire ship, the entire mist, the entire sea, and the entire world. It was like it was like so in the past. It was like so now, and it would be like so in the future. Ah, it's truly beautiful. The end. One question. Can you predict what pathway the MC of COI will be? Oh, do you guys... Okay, we can take a look. I don't... Obviously, I don't think I'll get it, but I'm happy to give it a shot. Give me a second. Okay. So... Pushkar, how's it going? We're just gonna read chapter 1, man. Do a divination? No fucking chance. Okay, so I think anything of these three is basically out, okay? I think anything of these three is basically out. Just because these three have been explored a lot. So, I think these three are objectively out, I think. Sleepless Corpse Collector Warrior. Corpse Collector, I think, is also out just because of ASIC. I feel like that's been really explored as well. Warrior might not necessarily be bad, but I feel like we got to see a lot of it in reference to what do you call it? The City of Silver, so I don't think that's the case. Sleepless, maybe. Sleepless you could make an argument for, but given that the main antagonist of the first 4 or 5 volumes was I mean, technically, I know he wasn't off this pathway, but he became a Night Watcher, so I feel like it'd be silly for him to be off this. I will respond with interesting. Confirm. Okay. Prisoner? I mean, Prisoner it could be, but I feel like Sharon's already such a strong character that has it. I don't know. Criminal, I feel like you'd have to be such an evil person. I don't think Cuttlefish would make the MC be from this pathway, just because the shit you'd have to do to advance would be crazy bad. You should know sequence 3 of Criminal, should I? I don't know. Okay. Reader... I feel like you can make a case for Reader. But... Oh, actually, that's a great point, Plague. Remember what pathways have a chance at Divinity? That's actually a great point, too. So, White Tower would be out for that reason, because there's already that. Bard? Bard, I don't think so, because the Sun already has it. And it's decently explored, and the Sun already exists, so, or Aukas's already has that, so I don't think that works either. Sailor, I think, is out because of Alger. Doesn't make any sense. Hunter... There's no one in the... There's no god. There's no red priest. There's no Tarot Club member with it. But I feel like Medici, Sauron, Einhorn being such a strong person in that pathway makes it unlikely. But then I don't want to necessarily discount it just because of that, because that's like saying like, oh, Klein shouldn't have been a seer because Zaratul exists, or like the Half-Fool exists. So this is like the first maybe. Assassin, again, I think the main the MC would have to be so evil. I don't think that works. Monster, I would love with every fiber of my being if they were a monster. I really would. This would be my pick if I could choose what pathway the MC would be from. I would choose monster. But the flip side to that is fucking Christ. I mean, Will Ossipton would become King of Angels, and then he'd be able to rival Ouroboros. That would necessarily be a bad thing. But then becoming a sequence one of that pathway becomes near impossible. So I don't know. I would again, if I could choose, I would definitely pick this one. But I think for right now, for Hunter and Monster are my two picks. Lawyer would be super cool too. Black Emperor is empty. Black Emperor is empty, right? Black Emperor is empty, so this could also be a decent one. But again, I think you'd have to be a bad person to do this. Like distortion, corruption, bribery, all that shit. I don't think that would work. Arbiter technically works, but we have Geo, so I'm gonna take it out because of Geo. What about Roselle? Yeah, but... Oh yeah, I guess he technically exists. Okay. Apothecary? God, I fucking hope not. I mean, Moon exists, and this shit is boring as fuck, so fuck that noise. Savant, I think could be really cool, but again, Paragon exists. Mystery Prior? Mystery Prior could work. It would be close enough to Klein, but it'd be a different pathway, and the Hermit doesn't exist because the god of this pathway is like a uniqueness that has come alive or something. So Mystery Prior might be a good bet, but you all say that Lord of the COI is very different from Lord of the Mysteries, so I don't think it becomes this one, but it could be this one. Maybe it's a misdirect. Maybe you guys are throwing me off, okay? But that'd be a really concerted effort. I don't think Al could do that. Planter, Mother exists, and this is a dogshit pathway, so God, I hope not that one. Spectator, Visionary exists, and I feel like it's explored a lot through Audrey, so I don't think. Secret Suppliant, again, I think you have to be a bad person, so I don't think that works. So in my mind, the three options are Mystery Prior, Monster, and Hunter. I think those are the only three that work. Planter is good. What do you want? Fuck you. Planter's dog shit. Okay, but now we can do some divination on those three. Let's just withdraw like a small amount of money. Let's just do like 1 million or something. 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, million. Yeah, this is good. Okay, great. Oh, that's the wrong one. Thousand, 10,000, 100,000, million. We'll do a tourney bracket again. It's fine. Okay. The MC of COI is from the Hunter pathway. Fuck, no, not that. 100,000, 10,000, 100,000 million. The MCF-COI is from the monster pathway. Monster? Okay, maybe. Where's your pendulum? Oh, it's right here. Right here. The MCF-COI is from the Mystery Prior pathway. Interference? Come on! The MCF-COI is from the Mystery Prior pathway. No, so that leaves only monster. Is there a chance? Is there a chance I'm right? That'd be amazing. That'd be my favorite. That'd be my favorite pathway to do the MC from. I hope. There's a chance, baby. There's a chance. Okay, there's a chance. There's a small chance. Okay. Okay. Forgive my French, but monster is a shit pathway. You're reading chapter 1. Try to guess it on his personality. Sure, yeah, that sounds good. Okay, do you guys want to? Okay, let me. That's crazy work. I'm just looking at this. I was like looking at Lord of the Mysteries character tier lists. I saw this one. I was like, oh, this one might be good. I opened it. Y'all ready for this? Oh no, this is not. Oh fuck, no, this is not the one. Oh, which one is it? Which one is it? Which one is it? Is it this one? Fuck's sakes. Which one did I open? Am I fucking losing my shit? Oh my god, it went away. Am I? What the fuck? Yeah, oh, it was this one. I opened it, I was like, oh, this one might be good. This one might be good. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, never mind. Because I was like looking, I was like, never. What do you mean? And then I look up on top. I was like, oh, never mind. All right. Let's do COI first, and then we'll do that. Okay. I just. Sorry, give me a... We need at least one mod who has read through all of it, so spoilers. Oh, true. This is actually true. Sorry, hold on. Let me just get it downloaded. Give me 1 second. Sorry, give me 1 sec. I just need to change up some stuff here. Alright, guys. Chapter 1. Again, we're just reading the 1, so I want to be really clear. But Chapter 1 of COI. Y'all ready for this? Foreigners. Is the music a bit loud? Okay. Yes, sir. Okay, music's on. Okay. Okay, let's go. Chapter 1. Foreigners. A price is always exacted for what fate bestows. That's what you were referring to, Money. Oh my god. Very good. Very good. Chapter 1, Foreigners. A price is always exacted for what fate bestows. I'm a nobody with no time to notice the brightness of the sun. My parents couldn't help me, and I wasn't highly educated. I have no choice but to make it on my own in my own city. I've applied to many jobs, but no one ever hired me. Maybe it's because I'm not good at expressing myself, and I'm not the best communicator. I guess I just haven't shown enough ability. Once, I'd eaten 2 loaves of bread over a 3-day period. Hunger kept me up at night. At least, I'd paid a month's rent in advance, so I didn't have to face the cold winter outside. Finally, I found a job at a hospital's morgue, keeping vigil over the dead. Nighttime in the hospital was colder than I could have ever imagined. The corridor's wall lights were out, everything shrouded in darkness. I could barely see my own feet, and the only light seeping out was from the rooms. Mon Dieu, it reeked of something fierce. The smell of death lingered in the air, and from time to time, we had to help move the bodies into the morgue. Immediately, this is giving the death pathway, but that might just be a misdirection. It wasn't the most glamorous of jobs, but it put bread on the table. Plus, the free time at night allowed me to study. Few people ventured to the morgue, but when they did, they were either delivering bodies or taking them away. I had to make do without books as I couldn't afford them. Nor did I have any hope of saving up enough for them. But I had to thank my predecessor for leaving so suddenly, allowing me to get this job. I dreamed of working the day shift. Sleeping during the day and being awake at night made my body weak and my head throb. One day, a new corpse was brought in. From what I'd heard, it's the body of my predecessor who suddenly left. I was intrigued by the mysterious disappearance of my predecessor, and as soon as the others left the room, I pulled out the cabinet and quietly opened the body bag. He was an old man with bluish-white skin and wrinkles covering his face. The poor lighting only served to make me look scarier. He didn't have much hair, most of it was white. He had been stripped of his clothes, and not even a single piece of clothing was left on him. As a dead man without a family, the movers couldn't resist the opportunity to cash in on the guy. I saw a strange mark on his chest. It was bluish-black. I couldn't really explain it. The light was too dim at the time. I reached out and touched the mark, only to realize there was nothing special about it. Looking at my predecessor, I couldn't help but wonder if I'd end up just like him when I grew old. I promised his body I'd be with him on his last journey. take him to the crematorium, then to the nearest free cemetery. I couldn't have the bureaucrats throwing him into the river or some forsaken land like trash. I knew I was gonna have to sacrifice some shut-eye. But due mercy, it was due mercy, it was Sunday the next day. I could catch up on my lost sleep then. After saying that, I zipped up the bag and shoved it back into the cabinet. The room went darker and the shadows lengthened. Since that day, every time I close my eyes, I'm swallowed by a thick fog. Something tells me I'm not alone. Something not quite human is coming my way, but no one will listen. They think I've lost my mind. They'll say I need a doctor. A male customer sitting at the bar looked at the narrator and suddenly stopped and asked, "And?" The narrator stopped his tale, causing the male customer at the bar to take notice. The mid-30s chap sported a drab duffel coat and pale yellow strides. His hair was slicked back, and he had a rough dark bowler by his side. He seemed run-of-the-mill, like the rest of the punters in the alehouse. With dark locks and piercing blue peepers, not particularly handsome, but not repugnant either. Nothing about him screamed for attention. The narrator was a strapping lad in his late teens, with long limbs and chiseled features that could make any lass go weak in the knees. His short, jet-black hair and bright blue eyes only added to his appeal. The lad looked wistfully at the empty wine glass in front and let out a deep sigh. And then I quit my job and returned to the countryside so I can tell you this bullshit, the lad responded with a sly grin. The male guest was taken aback. Were you just pulling our leg? Laughter erupted from around the bar. However, the laughter was short-lived as a middle-aged man looked sternly at the slightly embarrassed customer and remarked, "You ain't from around here, are ya? Lumion spins a different yarn every day." Oh, Lumion Lee, that was the name of the protagonist. There it is, I got there. Lumion spins a different yarn every day. Yesterday, he was a penniless bloke who got dumped by his fiancée, and today, he's a watchman for the dead. He talks about spending 30 years east of the Serenzo River and then 30 years to the right of it. He's so full of hot air, that one, a regular added. All the men were farmers from the village of Cordu, wearing drab-colored tunics. The black-haired lad, Lumion, leaned forward on the bar counter and rose to his feet. He flashed a cheeky grin and proclaimed, "As you all know, I ain't the one making this up. My sister pens the tales. She's a writer for some column known as the Weekly Novel or other." With that, Lumion turned around, spread his arms open and beamed at the foreign customer. "Looks like she's crafted quite the tale. I'm sorry you misunderstood." The unremarkable man in a brown tweed shirt smiled and stood up. "What an intriguing story. How may I address you?" "Isn't it common courtesy to introduce oneself before inquiring of others?" Lumion replied. The foreigner nodded. "My name is Ryan Koss. These are my companions, Valentine and Leia." The last sentence referred to the man and woman sitting beside. Valentine, a man in his late 20s with powdered blonde hair and piercing blue eyes, wore a white vest, a blue tweed jacket, and black trousers. It was evident that he had put on considerable effort into his attire, as if he had been priming himself for a special rendezvous. He had a rather chilly look on his face, not even sparing a glance for the farmers and herders around him. Leia, on the other hand, was a striking young woman with long, light grey hair tied into an elaborate bun, and white veil perched atop her head. Her eyes matched her hair, and she regarded Lumion with an open smile, clearly amused by their exchange. In the glow of the gas lamps inside the tavern, the woman named Leia showed off her sharp nose and stunning lips. She was definitely a stunner in the countryside like Cordu. She wore a snug, white-pleated cashmere dress with a small-off white coat and a pair of Marcellin boots. I don't actually quite know what that word is. I apologize. There were 2 tiny silver bells fastened to her veil and boots. They jingled as she walked into the tavern, drawing the attention of many, especially the men. In their eyes, this was the kind of fashionable getup you'd see only in the big cities, like the provincial capitals of Bigorre or even the capital city of Trier. Oh, okay, so this doesn't take place in Lone. Trier. Where is Trier the capital of? This is in my notes. Let me just pull it up really quick. Intus. This takes place in Intus. Okay, goody. Lumion gave a nod of acknowledgement to the 3 foreigners. The name's Lumion Lee. However, you may address me as Lumion. Lee? Leia blurted out. What's the matter? Y'all got a problem with my last name? Lumion asked. Ryan Koss took it upon himself to explain on Leia's behalf. Your last name is downright frightening. I nearly lost control of my voice just now. Observing the bewildered expressions of the farmers and herdsmen around, he continued, Folks who have crossed the path with sailors and sea merchants are familiar with a saying that's making the round on the 5 seas. I'd rather come face to face with pirate admirals or even kings than run into a bloke named Frank Lee. Let's go, my G! Let's go! They're saying, bro, I would run into the fucking king of the 5 seas before Frank Lee force feeds me a mushroom, bro. Goated. That person's last name is Lee also. Is he that scary? Lumion inquired. Ryan shook his head. I'm not exactly sure either, but if such a legend exists, then it can't be far from the truth. Oh, no worries, MT. Good luck on your exams, buddy. Hopefully I'll see you after. He switched topics and said to Lumion, Merci for the story. It merits a drink. What do you desire? A glass of La Fille Verte. Lumion didn't beat around the bush and settled back into his seat. La Fille Verte? Absinthe? Ryan Koss asked. I must remind you, absinthe is harmful to the human body. Such alcohol can lead to insanity and hallucinations. I didn't expect the trends of Trier to reach all the way over here, Leia smiled. Lumion acknowledged her comment tersely. So the people of Trier also enjoyed La Fille Verte. For us, life is already tough enough. There's no need to fret over a little harm. If a simple drink can calm our minds. Alright. Ryan leaned back into his chair and said to the bartender, a glass of La Fille Verte and another glass of Curepis. This was a renowned fruit-based spirit that had been distilled to perfection. The thin, middle-aged man who had exposed Lumion's lies piped up, Give me a glass of La Fille Verte as well. After all, I was the one who told the truth just now. I can even tell you the truth of this kid's situation, he glared at Lumion, daring for him to object. Foreigner, I can tell you still have doubts about the authenticity of that story. Pierre, you'd do anything for a drink, Lumion retorted. Before Ryan could even respond, Lumion added, Why can't I tell my story and get an extra glass of La Fille Verte? Because no one knows if they should believe you, Pierre smirked. Your sister's favorite story to tell the kids is The Boy Who Cried Wolf. People who lie all the time lose their credibility eventually. Lumion shrugged and watched as the bartender slid a glass of light green alcohol in front of him. Ava, he said. Ryan turned to Lumion. Is that alright? Sure thing, as long as your wallet can handle it, Lumion responded. In that case, another glass of La Fille Verte, Ryan said. Pierre's face lit up. Generous foreigner, you should steer clear of this one. Gesturing to Lumion, he said. He's the most mischievous bloke in the whole village. 5 years ago, his sister Aurora was brought back to the village, Pierre continued. The pronunciation on Verte, yeah. The thing is, Verte is also a word in Spanish, so I'm pronouncing it like the Spanish version instead of the French, which is probably on me, but... So will you be picking up drinking absinthe? Unfortunately, that's illegal where I live, so no, I can't get it. I would love to try it though. They say it causes hallucinations, bro. I'd love to drink that shit. See what happens. Okay. Oh god. Hold on. 5 years ago, his sister Aurora was brought back to the village. He's been here ever since. Can you imagine? He was just a wee lad of 13 at the time. How could he have made the trek to the hospital to become a corpse watchman? The nearest hospital is in Dariège? I don't know. Dariège at the foot of the mountain. It would take an entire afternoon to get there by foot. Brought back to the village? Leia inquired. She tilted her head, causing her bells to tinkle. Pierre nodded in confirmation. Aurora moved here 6 years ago. A year later, she went on a journey and brought this lad back. Said she found him on the road, a starving, homeless child. She planned to adopt him. He then took on Aurora's last name. Lee. Even his name, Lumion, was given by Aurora. I don't even remember what my name was before Aurora gave me this name, Lumion said, unfazed by the revelation. It was clear that his past didn't bother him in the slightest. Okay. Okay, so his personality definitely strikes me as like... Lumion's an extroverted, carefree child. Yeah, but I feel like I'm gonna really enjoy this. I really enjoyed Klein being like really smart and really, conservative and stuff. But you guys know what I mean when I say conservative. But I think I'm gonna really, really like this. Lumion seems just like you. I don't know if that's an insult or not. But, yeah, so, dude, I think the fact that he tells, like, tales like this, am I crazy that he's gonna... Am I crazy? Because I feel like Conspire, like, the Hunter Potion would be so based for him. Because, like, his whole thing is, like, getting a rise out of people. At least it seems from this. And if that's the case, then he'd be so good as a hunter. Klein is very conservative. Shut the fuck up, Hope. I feel like he'd be so good as a hunter. Just imagine how, I mean, I guess technically if he could become like a... Imagine he becomes another seer? No, I don't think so. I feel like him as a hunter or as a spectator would both be terrifying. The spectator, I think, would be really terrifying because... Someone with this personality, but being forced by his potion to, reel in his personality because a spectator is supposed to not be center stage, whereas Lumion clearly seems like someone who's very like a type A personality, who's like a very, I'm like this, I want to take center stage and stuff. I feel like that could be like a cool little, I don't know, juxtaposition or something, but I feel like one of those two would be really good for him. Oh, no, I think I'm going to really enjoy this. Oh, I'm so excited now. Would a character like that have the time to digest? Oh, I don't know. I'm sure he'd figure it out. But, again, the main thing... plus, I think partially also the thing is playing... you have to remember that you want it to be acting, right? You don't want to take a potion that's too similar to who you are because then you're not acting. And if you don't do that, then it leads to corruption. You need to act, but know that you're acting. The acting can't just become like, hey, I'm just gonna be this person. No, it needs to be like a understanding like, hey, this is not who I am, but I'm acting to digest the potion. To be able to retain your humanity or consciousness or whatever the fuck. Artwork. Well, the apocalypse is true. Alright. Just the cover for Volume 1. Oh, wow, that does look nice. Okay, so it seems like this, at least, his sister's gonna maybe be his companion or something? I'm assuming that's his sister, it could be someone else, I don't know, but... This could be good. Just like Klein had an easy time acting as a magician because he's paranoid. Yeah. Okay, I see what you mean. Fair. Okay. That looks really nice, though. Better quality. Oh. Damn, this is really good. They do. Oh, I'd assume that'd be his sister, because, like, same color hair, same color eyes. I know they're not siblings by blood, but the fact they look so similar makes me definitely think that's his sister. Dude, this looks so dope. What the fuck? You know what this is giving? And this is like giving me when Hero Bandit Black Emperor is standing on top of Capim's like villa or whatever. Oh, that's the vibe this is giving me, which looks really dope. If you have a natural affinity to the potion, that's a good thing. That looks like really good. What do you think the cover is supposed to be? I don't know. Maybe something like happens, his like village or whatever gets burned or destroyed by a Beyonder or something, which leads to him having to go on a journey with his like sister or whatever to, you know, find a safe place to live. Across in that journey, they run into Beyonders who are helpful. He ends up getting a potion, starts his journey, something like that. I don't know. Official artworks of Lumion. Damn, he does. Damn, that's a handsome boy. Damn, that shit looks like actual fucking cancer in a fucking glass, though. Holy shit. Damn, handsome boy. This is so cute. 176 centimeters. What is that? 5'10", I think? September 26th birthday. 68 kilos. The skinny boy. Biological acid in a cup. Well, not biological, but like actual fucking... Oh my god. Damn. That's really nice. This is really cute too. Super duper handsome. I don't know what that is. Frank with the mushrooms, of course. Damn, he looks so sad here. This is so good. What? Imagine him. Jesus Christ, Clown. Jesus Christ, Hope. Do you have to go there? Damn, this is really good too. That fucking light effect in the background is done really well. It's supposed to be a cabbage? Where the fuck would it be a cabbage? Damn, this is really well done too. By the way, I can now officially say I am further ahead in Lord of the Mysteries than Romero is. Checkmate. Man, I gotta go get my beard cut today. Or styled or whatever. Again. Damn, this is so good. What the fuck? Romero's in volume... Wait, is he? Wait, he read up to volume 2? Fuck. I thought he hadn't started it. Shit. Oh, this is gonna be so cool. When they finally get to meet, this is gonna be so cool. This is gonna be so cool when they finally get to meet. Oh my god. A super extrovert, super introvert. This is gonna be so good. This is gonna like, I feel like their personality types are gonna go well together. I know, but his personality type is really giving me Hunter, though. It's really giving me Hunter. And it would work. There's no god of that pathway. We don't have anyone in the Tarot Club of that pathway. It would work on 2 different levels. No, the year wasn't set, Amnesiac. Damn, that's gonna... Oh, that shit's gonna be really good. Would Lumion and Klein be buddies? I think so. I think Lumion would be like the extrovert who would take in Klein as an introvert. Be like, and just like bring him out by force and stuff. Do you think Klein might have awakened? I don't know what year it is, Clown Man. I don't know. Klein isn't an introvert. I guess if you wanted to really classify him, you could call him like a omnivert, I think they call it, or whatever. By the way, Money, are you still here? Ambivert, that's what it is. Thank you, guys. It's like a prequel this whole time, trust for sure. Yeah, for sure, for real. Sorry, ambivert. My bad. I was remembering like bits and pieces. Okay. On to chapter 2. No. Okay, bye, Milosh. Okay, so we'll add people to this, but I just need to know, like, who do we need to add to the tier list, okay? Because we'll start off with this one, and then we can add characters as needed. So give me 1 second, let me just... Okay, so who do we need to add right now? Okay, so we got Merlin, we got Gio, we got Bernadette, I'm gonna guess Old Neil, Erides, Klein, the Sun, Ouroboros, Triss, Medici, Danitz, Lawyer Jurgen, I believe, Sharon, the Goddess, oh my fucking god, how am I blanking on this? Oh my god, Miss Justice, fine, fuck him. Who the fuck is this guy? Who the fuck is this guy too? Okay, no worries, Pushkar. Appreciate you popping by. Because breathing is kind of hard? What? Yeah, go rest, Dr. Z. You okay? I don't know. Who the fuck are these? Who the fuck are these 3? I'm sorry, what? Luvian, it's fine. It skipped my mind, okay? Just... who the fuck are these 3? Sherlock, The Fool, Roselle, Frank, Azek, Emlyn, Gehrman, Will, Miss Messenger, Colin, Dunn, Alder, Edwina, Fours, Daily. What the fuck is this? One is Icons or Bernard or something. Oh, fuck. Oh, I think this one's Icons or I think you're right. This is Anderson? He looks like a fucking child. What? Susie, the fucking 4th persona. I can't remember his fucking name. Piece of shit. Leodero, I think it is. The Hermit, Catlea, Amon, Leonard, Dwayne. Sorry, my brain skips a couple things, okay? Sue me. Is there anyone else we would like? I think off the top of my head, I would like Adam in here for sure. Did you good? I forgot 2 people. I forgot 2. Like, other than these 3 fucking losers who I don't know who they are, I forgot like 2 people of I forgot like 2 people of importance. Anderson, I couldn't realize that's what it was. Dwayne, I forgot the name. Sure, I knew it was the 4th persona. I know who it was. I just forgot the name. Fine. Audrey, I forgot Audrey. I remember like it was Miss Justice, obviously, but I just forgot Audrey for a quick second. Like, okay, my bad. I think I would definitely like Adam in there. Is there anyone else you guys think deserves to be in here? Darkwill? Seriously, Bug? Really? Celestial Worthy? Like, does he count? You want to add the Celestial Worthy in here? Is that really... are we counting that? Who the fuck is Jason Duval? You're making that up, bro. There's no chance. Antigonus? No, Antigonus is not here. We can add him. Add God Almighty. Yeah, at this point, why not? Who the fuck is Sinbad Volunteer? You're making this up. Okay, Mr. Door, for sure. Okay, we can do Mr. Door. Their characters? Nah, I think you're making them up, bro. I think you're actually fucking making them up. No shot. You're fucking there's no fucking shot. What do you mean? Sasrier? Okay, Sasrier's fair. Give me 1 second. Let me just make a note. Let me just make a note really quick so that I can add them all really quickly. I'm actually gonna fucking kill myself. I kid. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. So we said Adam, Antigonus. We can add Palaz, sure. Sasrier. Do you want to add her? Oh, okay. What do we think? Helena, yes or no? Hey, oh, Hazel. Yeah, we can do Hazel, sure. Helena, do we want a Zaratul? Sure. Is Palaz in here? Which one is Palaz? Like, I don't think Helena deserves to be in there, but you guys can make that. But you guys can decide. Tracy, if you guys say so. If you guys say so, I'll add her. I'm not gonna lie. Fourth one, I think this is old Neil Alluvion. I'm on. Yeah, avatars. Thanks, dude. Let me add the fucking microbes in the air. Yeah, hope. Great idea. See, Luvion forgot old Neil, but no one's gonna give him shit over it. Fuck you guys. Lovia? Oh, okay, you know what? Given Lovia's end, yeah, I think she deserves to be on here. Granted. I'll give you Lovia. We're not adding Creeping Hunger. No. Nope. We're not doing that. Nope. Onkful? I don't think so. Where's Adam? No, I'm on. He's not on here, so I'm gonna add him. So the current list of people I'm gonna add is this. Adam, Antigonus, Palaz, Sasrier, Hazel, Zaratul, Lovia. Oh, Ariana is actually a great one too. Ariana's a great one too. We're not adding Darkwill Bug. All I remember him is that like he recommended to someone buying like fucking mummy powder. Okay, I don't remember shit beyond that. Melissa and Benson? Are they not on here? Oh shit, they're not. Okay, never mind. No, Antigonus is not here, so we're gonna add him. Is the no, we're not adding Seekatron. Isengard. Is he one of these guys? Is any of these Isengard? Bethel. Oh yes, Bethel Abraham, Mr. Door. Yep, you're right. Jason Beria. No, we're not doing that. Old Kohler. We can do that. Old Kohler. Sure, we can add him. We're not adding Capim, guys. Come on. Get it together. You guys are actually fucking... Roseanne Royale, really? This is where we're going? Who the fuck is... Oh, Dorian. Ma'am Ariana, we're gonna have her already on here. We'll add her in a second. Edisac? Oh, I think this one's Edisac. I think you're right. I think this one is the Ikenzer Bernard. I think this one is Edisac, and I think this one's Merrick. Oh, I think you guys are right. Lanavis. Do we want to do Lanavis? Who the fuck is Oriana? I'm sorry. Eridas is already on here, right here. Who the fuck is Crescent Sesamir? Do you guys think Crescent Sesamir deserves to be on here? I don't think so personally, but I mean, if you guys say so, we'll add him. Just honestly. The one next to Audrey Zakenzer? Yeah, makes sense, yep. Nighthawk. Oh, Nighthawks. Oh, the fucking accountant? Are you kidding me? You also didn't write the novel? What do you mean? Okay. I forgot the word accountant. Okay, I think this list is pretty comprehensive. How do you get to decide who is worthy? Oh, like as in what? How am I gonna rank them, Bug? Is that what you're asking? True create. Well, we'll add Adam, so they'll be the same. Dorian. All right, we can add Dorian. We can add Dorian. Fine. Okay. Okay. All right, give me 2 minutes to get all these guys added, okay? I feel like half of them I should already... William Augustus? Nah, fuck that. So we do Adam, okay. We won't do that. We'll do Melissa. Jesus Christ, not that one. That's the wrong Melissa. Take that one out, please. Okay, so there's a couple that I don't have the photos for that I just need to download. Give me 1 second. So Adam I have. These ones I don't. Hazel, Zartulovia I have. I don't have Ariana. Benson and Melissa I have. Good. Mr. Door I don't. Old Kohler I have. Okay. Just need a couple. Oh shit. Okay, we'll add Lilith too. She did good as fuck. True. Leia is on here, yes. I swear I have a photo of Pala saved on here. I just can't find it. I just don't care. We're not adding Sinbad, guys. Come on. What are you doing to me? Kilongas? Nah, fuck that guy. He died in Volume 1. Not that important. Got fucking yoinked. He was very important to the story. He really wasn't. Ed Sheeran? True. We could probably... You could make a stronger case for Ed Sheeran than you could for fucking Kilongos. I just want to be really clear. Lilith. Senor. Lilith. Okay. Okay. A whole ass outer deity and a lamp? Fuck 'em. Okay. Yeah, no, it's fine. Okay. Oh shit. Alista Tudor? Nah, it's fine. We added Mr. Door. It's fine. Okay. So we added... So aside from all the ones we already had, we put Adam, we put Hazel, Antigonus, Lovia, Melissa, Benson, Old Kohler, Lilith. This is Dorian. Ariana, Sasrier, Palez, Antigonus, and Mr. Door. No, Antigonus is right here. What do you mean? Oh, he's right here. Jan Kopman, Alista Tudor, Travsky. Okay. I'm gonna add... Okay, fine. Okay, fine. We're gonna do 2 more. This is it. After this, we're done. Fuck, I'm not hearing shit after this, okay? We're adding the fucking genie. God damn it. Fine. And we're adding, Travsky. I think those 2 deserves to be on here, and that's it. I'm not hearing after that. That's it. It's done. No, we're not adding Celestial Worthy and... No, I'm not even adding Kotar. Fuck him. Genie. LOTM. I can't remember his fucking name. What the fuck was the genie's name? Peng Dang. Fuck you. Is there any fucking... Do we know which outer deity that was? I don't think we know, right? He doesn't have a name. How the fuck am I supposed to find him then? What am I supposed to do? Son of Chaos, fine. Sal, how's it going, man? You missed it. We read the first chapter of COI. Man, that shit is so good. I'm gonna really love Lumion. I feel like I'm gonna dig his character. Add Aladdin. Oh yeah, fuck it. You know what? That's actually not a bad idea. Fuck it. We'll just do Aladdin. Okay. You a bitch. You a bitch, devil. You a whole ass hoe for real. Oh my god. Motherfucker. Okay. Okay, this is it. This is the this is it. Okay, this is the fine 1 to 2. By the way, can you guys tell I've been looking at motorcycle helmets? Look at this. Oh, you guys probably can't see it because of that chat. Hold on. It's all just motorcycle helmets. You forgot Goku? Yes, I forgot Goku, okay? I forgot Saitama too. Alright. Sal... 200. No, god damn it. Okay, fine. Okay. Okay, by the way, we're gonna get rid of D. D is gone. We're gonna go F. Okay, we're gonna go F. But Sal, I want to be really clear. Only if you do it on the coffee, okay? If you do it on YouTube, that's a no-go. That's a no-go. No. Okay. I think S, A, B, C, F. Ormir? Oh my... No, fuck it. Ormir's fine. Fuck him. I don't care. Okay, hear me out. Okay, by the way, do you guys think this... Should we get rid of... No, C, I feel like S, A, B, C, F. Okay, this feels fair. Everyone agreed? Okay. Alright, I'm gonna start... If you actually... It's not my fault. I take nurse... Don't ban me. Wait, what did I do? Just name them? No, this is fine. Okay. Alright, guys, I'm gonna start recording. I'll post this as a video as well, so fuck it. Okay. Alright, the conclusive Lord of the Mysteries tier list for all characters. Is it all characters? Fuck no, there's way too many characters, but it's as many as we're gonna get, alright? So, shove it. Okay. So we're gonna base the ranking only and only on two things. One, this is the primary thing. This is going to be like 80%. It's value or effect they had on the story itself, okay? So how much they move the story's pace along. And secondly, likability. How much I personally like them. Those are the only two things. But it's going to be like an 80-20 split. So it's going to be like 80% is how much value they add to the story, and 20% like how much I like them. That's it, okay? That's just honestly true. You can name them differently? Nah, this is fine. S, A, B, C, F is fine, okay? Okay, listen. You can say whatever. I think everyone agrees Amon has to go in F, right? I don't know if he's going to be the top of F. I don't know if he's going to be the top of F or he's going to, or sorry, the top of S rather, or the middle of S, but he has to go in. Just his sheer, he moved the whole fucking plot along, right? So, what did we do? Thank you, Sal. Thank you, Sal. Alright. Thank you. Ah, shit. Alright. We'll do chapter 2 of COI after this. Okay, this is fine. Okay. Klein. Okay. Klein, I think, has to go in S. I'm gonna put him below. I'm gonna put him below Amon, because I think he is. Obviously, Klein moved the story along a lot because he's the fucking main character, but he's definitely not my favorite Klein or Zhou Mingrui persona, for sure, okay? So I think in that sense, I think I would put him below Amon. I think that feels fair. I like him just as much as Amon, maybe a little less. but in terms of how much effect he's had on the story, he's had less effect on the story. So I think below Amon feels fair. Okay, Sherlock. Sherlock, in my book, is like the least likable. No, actually, no. Sorry, not least likable, but least character, story important Klein persona. I don't know if that's like fair. It's definitely between him and Dwayne. These two are like definitely the least that you could make the argument for that these two are the worst Klein personas. Now, worst is like in reference to Klein's personas himself, because the other ones are fucking goated, okay? You're gonna say something bad about Klein, you're gonna say something bad about fucking Gehrman or Merlin. No shot, okay? Love those guys. So, in my book, I'm gonna probably end up putting him like likability. I think he doesn't rank super high. And in terms of story progression, the only reason I would rank him decently high is because everything from Miss Bodyguard or Sharon ran through Sherlock. So for that reason, he might be ranked a little high, but like it's kind of eh. Wasn't Sherlock the reason why Leonard found out about Klein? That's actually a decent argument. That's actually a decent argument, Plague. Okay, I was gonna put him top of A, or sorry, top of B, but we might put him at like bottom of A now. That's actually a decent argument. That's fair. Okay, Dwayne Dantes. So in terms of likability, I think very middle of the road, maybe 7 out of 10 or something. In terms of effect on the story, this is where he becomes a demigod, so it's a very decent effect, and it's also the reason that he gets into contact with like upper echelons of the church, right? So I think for that reason, and his likability would be really a lot lower for me, but I think Gambling God Dwayne really brings it up for me. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I love that persona. Gambling God Dwayne was so fucking goated. That mini arc was like so much fun. I love that. So for that reason alone, I think I would put him above Sherlock. I would still not put him S tier, but I think I would put him above Sherlock just for that. All the girls flock to him because he's got money. Okay. Wait, Sal, you're not even gonna stave to for me to read the chapter that you paid for? Seriously? What? Dude, what? What do you mean? Okay. Alright, it's fine. What? Okay. Gehrman, I would rank him above Klein. Is that crazy? I loved Gehrman. Sal, thank you so much, buddy. Love you. Is that crazy? Gehrman above Klein? I feel like that's fair. I loved Gehrman's persona. I think getting to see Klein kind of, a little looser, as opposed to, like, normally he's so methodical, so slow, so, like, careful to do anything. In Gehrman, we got to see him, like, cut loose a little bit for him to actually, like, hey, just, yeah, fuck it, we can make it work. I think that was really fun. Amon, wasn't Sherlock interference in the smog of Backland the reason Juror 17 erases Mr. A and the Demoness of Despair, later Foggy Town, which we meet again? Wouldn't that raise his value? Yeah, but I still don't think I'd put him above Dwayne, which was the only reason he ever got to Foggy Town. So I think in my book, he still stays below Dwayne. Because he would never be in Foggy Town without Dwayne. So those guys being there and we get to re-meet them is still valued less in my book. Okay. I don't care what anyone says. This one I will fight to the death on. Merlin is like the peak of Lord of the Mysteries in my book. I enjoyed Merlin's whole arc from the second he was introduced. From like him just going to like a little kid and the kid's like, can you bring back my can you bring back like my parents? And Merlin's like, no. And the kid like kind of, he's like, I know. Like, I would really love to like, I can't remember what it was, but it was like, I think the kid asked for like his home back or something, or maybe that was someone else. I don't know. Maybe I'm confusing. He was like, I just left to like have my home back or whatever. And it was like, dude. And he's like, okay, no problem. Go back. It's there. Like, oh, it just melts my heart. Two different people? Oh, I think the house was the guy at the bar, I think. Oh, I think the house was the guy at the bar. I think you're right. I think you're right. Chris. Okay. But like, I think that shit was so perfect. I think him doing that automatic wishing machine for that girl was so good. For the one saying, wait, sorry. Merlin is a masterpiece. His arc, Merlin was very fun, but his plot wasn't that important. So hard disagree. Wasn't Merlin the one that went from sequence 2 to 1 to 0? Wasn't it Merlin? Wasn't it Merlin doing that whole shenaniganery that got him to digest sequence 2 to be able to go to a Tenet of Mysteries to make Utopia? I hard disagree. No, in my book, Merlin has to be the peak of Lord of the Mysteries. Like, maybe Frank Lee would rank higher than him just because Frank is goated. But like, I don't know anyone else that in my book I love as much as Merlin. Amon is a second, sure, but like in my book it's like a distant second. It's like, we like you, Amon, but not that much. Call me shit. Mr. Fool. No, okay. Maybe I save this one for later. I'm going to save this one for later. I'm going to save Mr. Fool for later. Sequence 1 was not really Gehrman, though, was it? Do you think Amon will be in COI? I think he'll probably come back. I think so. Okay, Eridas. Eridas is cool. Eridas is cool, really likable. The question is, how much effect did he have on the plot? I think the fact that after Klein became like, I think after he became the Fool, or Lord of the Mysteries, I guess, the fact that he goes back to get Eridas is so goated in my book. Like, the fact that even as Lord of the Mysteries, he's like, nah, I'd like to keep you around. And he's like, and Eridas like asks him like, hey, are you scared? And he goes, yeah. How about you? And he's like, no, I'm not scared. Because in Eridas's mind, as long as Klein is there or the Lord of Mysteries is there, he's like, it's all gonna be okay. What a G. I think super like 10 out of 10 on the likability scale. As effect on story is where he takes a beating. He's gonna end up probably being somewhere in B in my book. Does that feel fair? Because really high on likability, but effect on story you can argue a lot on. Especially compared to these guys, I think he has to rank quite a bit below. I think it's just fair. Audrey. Okay, Audrey, once again, Audrey in my book has been like a 10 out of 10 on likability all the way. Audrey has been like a 10 out of 10 on likability the whole... That doesn't feel fair. He's like Klein's ChatGPT. That's true, but even still, what, like, would you have me rank him as high or higher than Sherlock? Like, that just doesn't make any sense in my book. Okay, so Audrey in my book has been like a 10 out of 10 in likability all the way since she was fucking introduced. There's just no qualms about that, right? The impact on story, I think there is no doubt that she has to be S tier. The question becomes more on where in S tier. Because she was the reason that Klein was able to stop the King of Loan from I mean, not the only reason, but it's like she was definitely a part of that. She was part of the reason that she that they were able to stop the King of Loan from becoming a god. So in my book, she ranks probably above Klein, maybe above Gehrman. Maybe you can make that argument. I don't know. I'm gonna put her above Gehrman, actually. No, I think I'm gonna put her above Gehrman. The only thing in my book that makes like Gehrman comparable to her is like that thing at the end of volume 7, start of volume 8, where like Gehrman comes to life because of Adam. Other than that, I think she, yeah, I think she goes above. I think she goes above Gehrman, I think. Shut the fuck up, Nightwalker. Okay. Alger. Alger, I didn't like him quite as much at the start, but his character arc was so impressive. Like him from being this like incredibly selfish guy who wouldn't, you know, give any information or help anyone unless there was a tangible benefit to him right away. I feel like as soon as Derek joined and Derek treated him with like so much reverence, he changed as a person so much. And I think in my book, that like change was so valuable to him becoming like the leader of... His plot relevance was never really there. That's gotta be a joke, right? He becomes the head of the Fool's Church. What are we talking about? What? His whole thing with Amibella to like to become an angel and stuff. What do you mean? Dennis is the island arc also true where he goes with Gehrman? Okay, I would probably put Alger like... I think I'd put him below Sherlock. I feel like like I really enjoy him, but I don't think I'd put him in the same category as Audrey in terms of his character arc or impact on the story. Kohanem, not Amibella. You're right, Hope. You're right. Also being a starting member of Terror Club. This is also true. Okay. Like in my book, the character arcs, the Pontiff of the Sea, not the... Yeah, but they say like the Sea God is like gonna be amalgamated into the Fool anyway, so it's kind of irrelevant. Okay, like Derek. I think Derek has to go S tier. I think these two you could swap around in my book, and I have no qualms either way. In my book, I'm gonna put Derek above that just because the City of Silver arc was such a everything with the City of Silver was so valuable, and that all came through Derek. In terms of likability, he, like Audrey in my book, is another 10 out of 10. I don't think anyone's gonna really have qualms about that. And everything with the City of Silver, the Moon City, and the largest cohort of the Believers of the Fool came from Derek. Came from the Derek arc, like an extension of it. So I think in that book, I think that positioning is fair. Okay. Fours. This is another interesting one. Okay, Fours had the whole Abraham family thing. She became a demigod. She will likely be an angel at some point because the Abraham family has all the characteristics for it. She will likely be the one to inherit them because she's the only demigod they have right now. So that's up there. But in terms of likability, I would put her at like a, I don't know, what's like a decent likability? I don't know, 7 or 8. I wouldn't rank her super high on likability if I'm honest. I know you guys, I know some of you really like her, but she's like, fine. I think she ranks above Alger though. The whole Abraham family arc, Mr. Door coming back, all that was an extension of her. Emlyn. Emlyn is now an interesting piece. Because Emlyn, he does some stuff. He has a lot of character growth, for sure, from where he starts to who he is by the end. Is like, there's a big change, for sure. But I don't... Emlyn, yeah, he has a lot of character development, for sure. But okay, Emlyn, in my book, is either top of B right now or bottom of A. I'm gonna put him top of B, but this might change in reference to what happens later. Is that fair? Because a lot of character development, but his impact on the story can be argued. I feel like he's gonna have a really big part in COI. I don't like his dolls. You're absolutely right, Plague. I think so. I think we're gonna leave this like this for the moment. Okay. Cattleya. Cattleya. So through Cattleya, Klein gets access to Bernadette. Through Bernadette, we get to speak to... He did do a lot of lore revelation? Maybe. Okay. Through Cattleya, we got access to Bernadette. Through Bernadette, we got to do the whole meeting Roselle arc, which was a fucking S-tier mini arc in my book. That was amazing. Lovely. I'm so glad Klein got to talk to his predecessor. They both got to have a little fun. Klein got to relax for a little bit. That little bit where like Roselle's talking to him and he's like, I can feel the intense sadness, the loneliness in your bones. He's like, damn, that's like heralding. Also, frankly, true. Cattleya's only relevance is her connection to Bernadette, exactly. Or look at the Mosaic Order, true. So in my book, she's close in relevance to Emlyn. I would put her below Emlyn, though. And I would probably put Eridas above. How do we feel about that? I think that feels fair. Like, because most of her stuff is Bernadette, and I'm gonna rank Bernadette herself. So why would I not give her most of that credit? Because Bernadette is the one who did most of it. What do you mean? Most of our stuff is like, oh look, Bernadette's doing such cool stuff, and like, Cattleya kind of introduced us to her. Okay, so then I'll just Sequence 5 advancement arc? Okay? Cool. She had a whole ass arc? Mermaids? Did we get mermaid knowledge through her? Oh wait, I see what you... Oh wait, actually, I see what you mean. That... Oh, I think... Oh, oh, actually, no, you're right. I'm sorry. No, you're... Oh, no, you're right. No, Hope, actually, you're right. No. She had the whole Gehrman arc. Oh, no, you're right. No, you're right. I apologize. Nope, you're right. No, when you're right. Okay, Leonard. Leonard was honestly kind of a fucking profound disappointment. Ever since he came into the Tarot Club, he kind of didn't do that much. The coolest thing I can think of Leonard doing was like him introducing the Tarot Club to all the major churches. That was really cool. And then obviously finding out that Klein was still alive and reaching him. That was also really cool. But like in my book, he was kind of a profound fucking disappointment. Like, I would be thinking like around here somewhere. Between Alger and Fours? Oh, I guess Palaz. This is fair. Yeah, I guess no, I'd rank her higher than Thing, because I'd rank her higher than Cattleya because of Palaz. You guys are right. Yeah, that's fair. Hall of Truth. Hall of Truth. Hall of Truth. Hall of Truth. I did forget that one. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Geo is like the most fucking mid fucking Tarot Club member in my book. She did like nothing at all. She has to be the only C tier Tarot Club member. Like, I don't want to quite put her at F because technically she did do some stuff, but like it's just the most like whatever. What did she really do? Edwina. Impact on story. Impact on story. Kind of minimal. Likability, sure, she's likable. Danitz clearly seems to like her a lot. All the Geo 4 stuff, it was all Geo? That's insane. I don't know who Sinbad is, Hope. I honestly don't even remember it. I don't know who Sinbad is. Grozalark? Oh, true. Okay, now here's the question. Now, do we... Okay, because obviously the impact that Geo had... the impact that Edwina had was lesser than the impact that Geo had on the story. That part's just... That part is just objectively true, okay? It's just true. But the question is, are we basing this a relative? Have you? No, I know what Sinbad you're referencing. Yes. Okay. But Edwina obviously had a lot less chapters than Geo did. So the question is, do we take that into account when we're do we take that into account when we're doing our calculations? I don't think so. I think because like that's like saying like, oh, the goddess has really few characters, but she had a huge impact. Okay, well then at that point she'd be at the top of S, but that doesn't make any sense. So objective impact on story, I think Edwina has to be somewhere in C tier. For anyone who wants to talk about the Grozel arc, really enjoyed it. Guess what? Geo technically had her own arc too. Cool impact. Oh, that's actually a great point. You know what? Let's do that. Cool character, no impact. That's actually a great point. Let's just do that. Okay. What the fuck? It just deleted C. Oh my god, kill me. I think, yeah. She gave Klein the key to Oromir's palace, and Grizel's travels was a crazy shield, dealing with Klein survived the ending 5. All the same. I'm gonna put her here. Daily. Okay. Daily, in my book, is like the definition of cool character, but no impact. If someone was to argue, like, oh, she did so much while trying to kill at the end of Volume 4, just fuck right off. Come on. Really cool character. Loved her. The Last Dance. Amazing. Love that. Yeah. I'm not gonna argue about this. Susie? Top of S. There's no question. We're not... No, I doubt anyone's going to even question this, but all the same. Okay. Edwina above Geo. Dude, drop the blasphemy. Dude, they both had a character arc, and Geo's a Tarot Club member. In my book, that puts her above. She's a Tarot Club member. She has to be. Like, there's gonna be characters that are not Tarot Club members, but they've just done so much. Like, Amon. Like, Sharon. Like, maybe you could even make the... Probably Danitz, even. Like, Medici. Like, okay, you can make the argument for those guys, but, like, these guys both had, like, kind of relative arcs in my book. Well, not relative. I guess I did like Roselle's a lot better, but... Edwina exchanged Klein the Giant King's key, no? I don't think she did. Did she? She's the bottom barrel Tarot Club member that just doesn't count. She did? Did she? Okay, if she did, then I'll move Geo down. If she did, then I'll move Geo down. Okay. Ikens or Bernard? Cool character, no impact. Objectively true. Dunn. Dunn's death had like a huge impact on the story, and that was like the driving factor for Klein being like, okay, listen, we have to fucking kill him no matter the cost. That was like, okay. That's why Klein was like, okay, now I'm gonna fucking go away. I'm gonna go on my fucking, cultivation arc. I'm gonna level up, and then I'm gonna fucking kill him. Dunn's Nighthawk code lasted the entire book. Exactly. I think in terms of impact, I gotta put him at bottom of A. I don't think he quite had the same impact that Alger did at that point, because, like, Alger by the end of the book is, like, doing a lot. But I think he deserves A tier. I think. Danitz, our dumb boy. But he does get the City of Silver citizens out. He's on that ship. That's worth a lot in my book. Our rebellious teenager. Nightwalker, what did you say? Geo got that cross to Klein, which makes A as GC Klein, and then lead to the whole we meet again mysteries moment. This is true too. I don't know, dude. We're gonna put them up at interchangeable. Danitz in my book. Lowest A, high B. I don't think Danitz goes... Does Danitz go above Emlyn? That feels crazy, no? Does that feel crazy? Am I... Okay, hold on. Okay. Danitz, save the City of Silver citizens. Danitz is like one of the fucking key members of this Church of the Fool. What did Emlyn do? And the First Believer, true. You know what? Above Emlyn. Above Danitz? Above Cattleya? I think... Oh, no. Yeah, I think so. I think you guys are right. Sharon. Okay, listen. Sharon had a huge impact in Volume 2. As soon as Klein came back to Baklan, she was like one of the first people he contacted. We had a whole arc about her becoming a demigod. She helped with the murder of that Aurora member order, I think. Aurora Order member or whoever. I think her character impact just can't be denied, and likability is like a 15 out of 10. Love her. I think either at the very top of A, like, or at the bottom of S. I don't know. You can make the argument for you. I'm going to put her at top of A right now, but we might change that later. I think that like she might not technically be like a Tarot Club member, but in my book she's like an unofficial Tarot Club member. Like her and like Azik are like unofficial Tarot Club members. Add points for hotness, very much so, for sure. Miss Messenger. Okay. Sharon has S in her name. Yes, that can't be the fucking way to decide that, Merlin. That can't be the way to decide that. Okay. Miss Messenger. Character impact. She did come in handy a lot. We used her a lot in fights. There's a lot of fights, like ending of Volume 5, that Client wouldn't have survived if not for her. She is one of the people mentioned in the Bible of the Fool or whatever, I think. Below or above Sharon? That's not even a question, right? We're gonna put her below Sharon. That's not a question. Like in my book, I don't think I even put her above. Like maybe she goes bottom of A. Above Sharon. You guys are out of your fucking mind, right? Above Sharon? Are you nuts? Like, maybe we can put her above Dawn? Easily above Sharon, much more impact. Much more impact? Story-wise? No shot. Sharon had her own arc. Like, several arcs. Also, the leaders of the Temperance faction, how many times? Hope, best argument made so far. Okay. God of Wishes fight. I'll move her here. I'll move her here. I'm not moving her above Sharon. That's a hard line I have to draw, but I'll move her up here. Okay. Trissy. Trissy is... She has been around all the way since Volume 1, and her fucking arc ended in end of Volume 5? When she took out, when she stopped the apotheosis ritual. So she's had like a monumentous story impact. She stopped George from finishing his apotheosis. I think bottom of S, I think. Like, she was in Volume 1, she was in Volume 2, I don't think she was in 3, I think she was vaguely in 4, I think she was definitely in 5. So, like, she was there for so long, she had a huge story impact. It's not super likable, but, like, in Volume 4 and 5, we got to like her a bit more because we got to see that, like, despite the fact that she did bad stuff, she was like actually caring. The sewers in 4, I think. Trissy also killed the Nighthawks. Frankly, has to be number 2. I think Dog Almighty does take that. It's really close. But I think Frank does go second. Listen, who is the first person from Lord of the Mysteries mentioned in COI? Who's that first one? It's not Klein, it's not the Fool, it's not God Almighty. It's Frank. Okay? Incredible. Incredible. Um, it's the circle of inevitability. Okay. Medici. Medici. Okay, so Amon's babysitter. Where are we ranking this? Amon's babysitter. Amon's babysitter. I think he has to be somewhere in A, I think. I think I would put his impact above Leonard, below 4s. Does that feel fair? Likability is fine, but no. But like, he had a decent Plague. He had a lot of plot impact. What do you mean? Yeah, like there was like a whole fucking arc, an arc that was mentioned for so long. I think he has to go up there. Oh no, actually, no, never mind. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna move him down here. Sorry. I'm gonna move him down here because I don't think his impact is bigger than Alger. And actually, I'm gonna replace these two. Sorry, I'm gonna move Alger above Leonard. But it's hinted Medici was a lady huntress in the beginning, so points for that too. Okay. Okay. Not to mention, he helped Klein digest Bizarro. So, oh, true, with that Amon prank, yeah. Like, he shit himself, and he's like, oh. Like, oh, you got fucking lucky. Even Zaratul never tried to do that. Ouroboros. Honestly, kind of a fucking letdown. Ouroboros' whole thing was like, oh, he was always trying to find Will, but, like, never found him. He was vaguely mentioned at the end of Volume 4 when Adam had to go, like, chase him down or whatever. And he got away. Like, I feel like I don't remember much of his impact. The Calderon, City of Silver, true. Would it... I'm curious. Okay, if I put him in cool character but no impact, what would you guys think? This tier doesn't really have a ranking. I don't really... I'm just doing a lateral. You can put him at the top, put him at the bottom. I don't really give a fuck. I feel like cool character, but no impact. Like, we heard about him all the time, but like, what the fuck did he do? Colin. Colin Iliad. The mega hot as fuck, but no impact. There you go. Nailed. Look at my boy Bernard, okay? Look at him. He's got a jawline like a cut glass, bro. What are we talking about? It's gotta be on there. Colin. Okay. No, he definitely doesn't go S, Merlin. Because you gotta understand, like, to go in S, he needs to have done more than Alger, done more than 4s. That's crazy work. I would put him above Medici, maybe even above Leonard. Like, I loved his character arc. I loved, like, him dying was like so, like, I knew it was coming, but all the same, it was so sad. He led a lot of the City of Silver stuff. This is true. Maybe we do here. No, maybe we do here, rather. Above Dwayne, below Miss Messenger and Sharon. Maybe we do top of A. Forrest's biggest achievement was being a member of the Tarot Club. No, but Merlin, she also introduced all the Abraham family members and made them believers of the Fool, right? It's a big thing too. But yeah, if you want to, but like releasing the City of Silver has got to be fair. Roselle, I think, has to be S tier. His impact has shown the entire story. Love the part where frankly low diff the entire. Unaware. This is what we're talking about. Who was the first we just read chapter 1 of COI. Who was the first person read in COI from Lord of the Mystery? Who was the first person mentioned? It's Frank Lee. Okay, Roselle has to be S tier. His impact is shown through the entire story. Like literally the entire story. The Roselle books are like literally what guide Klein the entire fucking way. Unaware, thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much. Can I ask you a question, Unaware, if you don't mind? Still trying to catch up on the VOD, so close? Alright, sounds good, man. Yep. You're not a member, but you always gift. Can I ask, what's the logic on that one? Like, I appreciate it all the same, don't get me wrong, but it's just funny. Roselle has to go S tier. Haven't needed membership benefits yet. Fair. Alright, no worries, buddy. Alright, have fun catching up on the VODs. We'll catch you soon. Hear me out. Ouroboros is S tier. The only reason he didn't show up is because he was using all his luck to get as many people to read Lord of the Mysteries. No, I'm not buying it. Nope. Good argument, but I'm not buying it. Bottom of S? Maybe above Trissy, maybe below Trissy. I wanted to mention this in case no one has yet. Every time Sua shows up on someone else's team, they lost. Bro, is the Drake? He's like, yoink. He's like, so... Oh, that's so good. So like the joke is like that Drake always like helicopters in when someone else is like doing really well in their music career, because Drake is big enough that they get a boost from him, but Drake gets a longevity for his career as soon as he like swoops in and like does a song with them or whatever. So like that's really funny. I think Roselle has to be the bottom of F. Whether above or below Trissy, I think you can make an argument either way. But I do think it has to be around here. I'll put him above Trissy, I think. I'll put him above Trissy because we get to hear about both of them the entire way. Drake, anytime he supports us, yeah, exactly. Unaware, because the problem is not that he supports them. The problem is the ones he bets on. As soon as he bets on a team, they lose. It's like fucking crazy. Like he never wins his sports bets. I don't know. The Goddess. Okay. The Goddess has had probably more story impact than anyone else. So, alright. Bye, buddy. The Goddess has had more story impact than anyone else. I think like from day one, she's been helping Klein, making sure that he kind of gets where he needs to go. And then when asked, like, hey, why did you do all this? She goes, I still love my world. Like, oh, what a G. What a good, so good. Is it crazy to say that she has had more impact than, like, everyone else? Is that crazy? Like, in terms of story impact, I feel like she's had more impact than anyone else. Her impact was a lot more off-screen and not known about until closer to the end, but... Maybe you can make the argument for Adam, but no, even then, I don't think Adam has had more... Like, I think Adam, I would probably end up putting somewhere around here. I think this is where... I think that's probably where I'd end up putting Adam. Not more than Klein? You know what? I'm going to put her below Klein and Amon. I'm going to put her below those. I'm going to put her below those two. Okay. Mr. Azek. He has not had... He had a lot of impact right at the start when his strength was really, really needed. In Volume 1, where he saves Klein's ass. In Volume 2, where he really saves Klein's ass. In Baklan. In Volume 4, when we find out about the whole Death Console thing, when he has his own arc. Right, even right up until the end, like we get to see letters to Azek, exactly. He's got to be S tier in my book. I think he goes like here. I think he goes here. I think he goes above Klein. Maybe even above Gehrman. But I think below the others. Merlin, Amon, the Goddess, Audrey, and Derek. I think so. One of Klein's only friends, true. I think he goes there. Okay, Will Ossepton. I won't accept Amanesis below Amon. But dude, Amon had so... I don't know, it's close, dude. Like, these two, I think you could swap around and I'd be fine either way. I don't know. Will Ossepton. How much impact did he have? Hope, what was your argument? If Amanesis was not around, the curtain would have descended alongside Klein's soul and he would have lost control instantly? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Will Ossepton. I think... quite really likable. Reboot Paper Crane. That's about his impact, right? That's about the length of his impact. Manage, like, I would say bottom of A? Will above Trissy is crazy work. I don't think so. I don't think so. I would put low A. Plague, I love Will. I love Will Ossepton. Especially at the end when like Klein gives it, says like, hey, do you wanna accommodate the uniqueness right now? And Will goes, no, that'll put more strain on you. I will have another time, don't worry about it. Like, what a G, dude. What a fucking G. Love that, dude. Anderson, F tier. Fuck this, dude. Loser. No, okay, I'm kidding. Okay. Anderson. Have you read? No, Nagito, we read that. But I have to read chapter 2 as well, so if you want to stick around for that. Low A? No, I don't think so. I would put Anderson below Danitz, for sure. I would put him below these two as well. I think I'd put him bottom of B. I don't even, because I don't think I'd put Anderson above Eridas. I don't think so. In terms of impact, I don't think, like, his biggest impact that I can think of is Anderson got him Death Knell. That's kind of, yeah, that's something for sure. That's why I'm putting him above a fucking Terror Club member. But like, but does he do more than fucking Eridus? I don't think so. Lawyer Jurgen. I'm gonna put him in F. Technically I can put him in cool, but no impact, but I'll put him in F. Cattleya. No, not Cattleya. Bernadette, sorry. Bernadette. Bernadette got us the whole Roselle arc, which was really good. I think I'd put her about here. I think I'd put her about here. Above Anderson. No, actually, yeah, I think this feels fair. I don't think I'd put her any higher. Above Emlyn and stuff starts, like, there's like hard check, like Emlyn and like Cattleya are like hard checks, like how much impact have you had, and like Fours and Aldra are like hard checks. But like, how far? She has the genie? Yeah, but like the genie is his own thing, so it's fine. I couldn't find a photo for the genie, so we just got the genie from Aladdin. It'll have to do. Inns. Inns Zhongwil. Inns Zhongwil. Huge client, huge story impact, because all the way up until volume 4, everything's about him. Everything is like getting this fucking guy. That's all of it. From 2, 3, 4, all of it. So his client impact, what the fuck? His story impact is massive. Likeability, 0. Exactly, Luvian. The question is, where does that get him? Huge impact, 0 likability. I would put him... I would be thinking about here. This is where I would think. Above Dwayne Dantes and Sherlock, but not in S tier. Because his impact, I don't know if, like, other than, like, just based on sheer impact, I don't know if anyone other than Amanesis, Amon, Derek beat him just on sheer impact on the story. You can say your thoughts on... Sure, yeah, sounds good, Nagito. Old Neil. Old Neil. It's either, I'm thinking like high B or like low A. This is about where I'm thinking. I would think like here. I would say here. I would say like he cuts off those two. Just because... No, because like... I feel like his impact on Klein was... On the story it wasn't a lot, but his impact on Klein was a lot. I feel like that moment was like a pivotal moment for Klein where he went like, oh... Like, I understood the dangers of this world, but like... Someone who's this knowledgeable of this world and has been in this for so long was lured and hurt. Like... We gotta be really fucking careful, I think. So, and plus all his basic Beyonder knowledge and stuff, yeah. The first time he saw Roselle's diary was also in, with Old Neil. So, like, it's a lot of stuff. So, I think he probably goes there. This is, I think, Prince Edisac, or this might be Merrick. I don't know. I don't really care. F. This might be Prince Edisac. F. I don't care. Leo Darrow. He becomes our walking, talking nuke after, like, volume 6. Leodera becomes our walking, talking nuke. So bottom of C, I think? Like, he had some impact. I'm not gonna sit here and say like he had no impact, but his impact was certainly, like, his impact was certainly more than these guys, or these guys, but Hazel, I think same thing. I think we liked her. Like, maybe she can go like here. Maybe I can put her above Geo, but Geo had her own arc, so I don't think so. But I mean, Hazel did have her own arc too, and that arc was the first time we came face to face with Amon. So are you gonna read chapter 2 or COI? No, Plague. I am. Remake this. No, Nagito. I think Hazel was. I think Hazel you could probably put above Geo just because her arc got us face to face with Amon for the first time. Antigonus, the fucking rank 1 fraud. Top of C, I think, probably. Maybe you can put him... no, we can put him at like bottom of B, maybe. We can put him bottom of B. Lovia. Shepherd Elder Lovia. She was mentioned, I think, all the way back in Volume 1. And then she died at the end of Volume 4. And the entire time it was like, wow, like, how is she going to betray us? 'Cause she's going to betray the City of Silver. We got to keep an eye out for her. So, like, I think she had, like, a decent impact because Derek's whole thing was like, no, like, I need to get stronger so that I can protect the City of Silver from her. And then her dying and her dying words being like, I never betrayed the City of Silver. It was sad. The fuck? So I think that alone puts her in B as well. I think I'd put her above Antigonus, maybe relative. I don't know. Nightwalker. If we not include the other gods, he should take all the credit. Yeah, but even with all the credit, I would maybe move him above Geo. But maybe. Motherfucker, Hope, that is Antigonus. I promise, it is. You can search up Antigonus, LOTM, I promise. It'll show up every time. I know. Nagito, shh. We don't talk about that. Shh. Okay. Lovia, I think I'd put her B tier. Adam. Okay, now this is like, I think the last maybe 1 or 2 really high ranking ones. Oh, that's Zaratul. Yes, that's Zaratul. Yes, that is... Oh my god, you're right. That's Zaratul. This is Antigonus. Oh my god, you're right. I apologize. You're right. I apologize. I called you an idiot. I'm sorry. In my mind, I was thinking Zaratul the whole time, but I kept saying Antigonus. Sorry. So yeah, all the same. My ranking remains the same. Adam. He has to go S tier. The question is, where in S tier? I would say he goes below Amon. Is that fair? What do you guys think? Or do you think he goes above Amon? The most impactful character. Better than the Sun? I think he has... McSeely, in terms of impact, I think he has to be. I mean, I guess he didn't... His first appearance was before. He did help Klein become a demigod. That was a really cool moment. And that show was hard as fuck too. The Corpse Cathedral just showing up out of nowhere, and he's like, I deemed it to be. Like, what the fuck? You know, Anderson being pregnant with a baby. That was cold shit. I'm not going to make him his own tier, no. Okay, we can put him above. We can put him above. This is fine. The Visionary tier, no. Okay. Melissa and Benson. They're going to go somewhere really close. You're forgetting that Adam is Sun God and his impact is more than you can quantify. Fine. Fine. That's actually fair. And just on that point, we'll move him to peak. Okay, we'll move him to peak before we start going. Listen, these two are infallible characters, okay, that transcend the medium of the book itself. So these two can't be touched, so we'll move them up here. Okay. Melissa and Benson. Melissa and Benson. I think they've got to be B tiers, right? Eridus is also infallible. I think they've got to be B tier. I would say they go above Zaratul. I think these two are interchangeable, whatever. I'll put Benson above. But these two don't matter in terms of their ranking with each other. The source of a lot of Klein's humanity, yeah. And like all the way to the end, we do care. We want to make sure they're doing okay. But like, again, I have to base it on story impact, and I don't think story impact, they rank above like 4s or like, you know what, we'll do bottom of A for these two. Just because their impact is very difficult to quantify, but I feel like it's there, for sure. So we'll do bottom of A. You guys make a fair point. His Benson's wedding helping Klein stabilize is fair. Okay. Old Kohler. Old Kohler. It's a different, exactly. It's just a different type of impact. F? No, not F. He definitely had an impact. Impact would have to be bottom of C, right? Impact would have to be bottom of C. Lilith. Lilith, I think, also has to be bottom of C. Old Kohler didn't have an impact on the story, but had an impact on us. You're right. Maybe. Lilith? A? Are you nuts? A? No. I was thinking like C. What makes you think A, Nightwalker? What? She killed a god, okay? And? How did that affect the story, really? If she just like put him in a, if the goddess just subdued her, like what? That would do what? Or sorry, subdued the god of combat with her. How would that, okay? No, not A, no chance. I don't even know if you can make a strong case for B. Like, maybe you can make a case for bottom of B, but like, I was legitimately thinking like over here. I was saying like mid C. Lilith, the one who orchestrated 1,000-year plan, Gaslit, goes into sea. You're not crazy. Like, I guess she did help the goddess become, or get close to being a great old one. Okay, fine, fuck it. We'll do bottom at B for that. We'll do bottom at B just for that. We'll do bottom at B just for that. Okay, Dorian Gray. Dorian Gray. Top of C? Like he did... Because Dorian Gray was the one who set the whole letting Mr. Door out thing start, right? He was really the mechanism through which that all started. And since we're not putting other members of the... Abraham family, I feel like that's where he deserves to go. Like, he had impact for sure, but, like, I wouldn't put him in B. Yep. Top of C, bottom of B is kind of interchangeable, Hope, so we'll leave it there, but okay. 017. 017 in my book is... Does she even deserve to be here? Does it even matter? Wait, is this 017? Who is this? This is 017, right? I'm not making this up? She is... Oh, I see. This is Ariana. I see. Thank you, Amnesia. Yeah. Okay. Ariana. Okay. Ma'am Ariana. She had good impact. I would say Ma'am Ariana in my book. Yeah, I know it's 017, but we're going to pretend it's Ariana, okay? We're going to pretend it's her. I just realized it now. In my book, she's kind of similar to the Miss Messenger, but her impact wasn't quite as much. Her impact in my book would go probably like down here. Like, she was definitely helpful. She helped us get in touch with the goddess. She saved our asses a couple of times for sure. But, like, I wouldn't put her as high as the Miss Messenger. All the concealing, exactly. So I think I would put her... Maybe I put her here. Maybe I put her below the Tarot Club members, but above Medici. I think that's better. Okay. Sasrier. Sasrier was goated as fuck. The first person to have the title King of Angels, which is already a crazy title, but it's fine. Sasrier. Where do you go? Story impact? In my mind, he goes to like hot as fuck, but no character impact. Because I put most of the impact on Ancient Sun God or Adam, because otherwise he doesn't rank here just as Adam. He ranks here as ASG/Adam/everything. So I would put him here because Adam takes most of the lore impact, and then he just goes to like really cool character. Substitute with him any Dark Souls boss? This is kind of true. He's ASG Smurf account? Yeah, basically. So I'm gonna put him in really cool character, but no impact. I'm not gonna double dip his impact. That feels crazy. Palez. Palez was cool, helped Leonard a lot, helped Klein occasionally too with the Worms of Time. Rose Redemption stuff, true. Was the reason Amon was able to become a Sequence 1 and by extension become a dual pathway god. Top of B? He was kind of a disappointment, true. He did become like Sequence 1. He's like, oh, I've become so strong. And Amon kind of no-diffed him. But I think bottom of B feels kind of fair. Was the reason Klein could successfully escape Amon after his death in Volume 6? Oh, because he gave him an idea. True. Top of B, bottom of A. I'll put top of B. Is Ince on this list? Yes, Ince is right here. Now this, Antigonus. Antigonus for real now. Deserves extra points? Yeah, but he became a Sequence 1 for like 4 minutes. He became a Sequence 1 because Amon wanted him to. Antigonus. What was Antigonus's impact? Other than giving Klein Sequence 1. Or not even Sequence 1, I guess technically Fool. His family notebook had quite the impact, this is true. Well, not in the story, Hope. In the story, he was always weaker than Sequence 1. I messaged him, Nugget, so I haven't heard back yet. Also, the ravings that Klein was hearing, this is also true. Okay, curious. Would you guys say he had more or less impact than Pallas? Yeah, the status? Fuck you. More or less. My instinct is to say more. Because he was the reason he was able to become the Fool. So in my book, that puts him more. Maybe we put him bottom of A. He was asleep, but he was also the reason Klein was able to become the Fool. Like, you gotta, and the Lord of Mysteries by extension. So, like, you gotta put respect on his name. Mr. Door. Mr. Door, really cool but no impact? Nah, he had some impact. He was the reason Amon became a dual pathway god. So... here? I don't know if I'd put him any higher than this. Mid, Abraham. Oh, I guess Abraham family is also his impact. This is true. Abraham family is his impact. We gotta give him that. Just above Will? Just above Will? Or no, I would put him just above Medici, I think. I'd put him just above Medici. At the end. Yeah, like he came out and fucking 6 fucking gods were ready to or 5 out of 6 gods were like, alright, gotta go beat his ass. Like, what? I mean, yeah, I know because there was the mother goddess of depravity, but I think he had more impact than Trissy. I disagree. On the story, I disagree. Father Utravsky. I guess technically he did have a mini arc. Put him above Leodera, put him below Leodera, I don't know. Technically he had impact. He was the reason Rosal got corrupted, true. did entice Rizal to go to the moon. This is true. Above Leodero? Sure. The genie. The genie had like good impact. The genie had great impact, I think you have to say. He had like good impact because he was the one who saved him from Adam. Without that, like Klein was literally gonna get fucked. But the genie saved him by killing him. I would say like mid B. I would say like high B, I think. No, I wouldn't say he had more impact than Palez, though. Mr. is S tier in terms of impact? No. In terms of character art, I think he has the coolest character art in all of Lord of the Mysteries. He's goated as fuck in terms of that sense, but I wouldn't put him S tier. No, I don't think so. The genie, I don't think he had as much impact as Palez. And Mr. Fool. I'm not going to hear anything about this. The Fool stands atop, okay? None of this, nothing happens without Mr. Fool. Nothing in the story. There's just no questions about it. I'm not going to argue that. No, I don't care. Praise the Fool. I think this is my Lord of the Mysteries tier list. Is it perfect? Friggin' probably not, okay? But I think this is a good tier list that I can like look at and be like, yeah, I feel pretty good about this. I think so. So everyone, if you're watching the YouTube video, thank you so much for watching, for making it all the way to the end. If you liked the video, consider liking and subscribing and all that regular stuff. And thanks, guys. Okay. Okay. Do you guys mind if we do COI tomorrow? It's like I've been streaming for 3 hours. I'm really hungry. Would you guys mind if we do COI Chapter 2 tomorrow and then that's it? No more COI until I finish Perfect Run. Is that okay? Because we've been away for a while. Just chapter 2. I want to be really clear. But no, Luvia, no night stream. I've been streaming for 3 hours. I have some real life shit to do, man. All right. Nagito, what were you saying? Gave Roselle knowledge by extension Klein. The reason Roselle got corrupted was the reason Amon became a dual pathway god. Fair. They need to sleep. Let's do it tomorrow. Sounds good, Nightwalker. All right, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. As always, thank you. Have a great rest of your day or nights. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Yes, Luvian. Tomorrow will be a night stream. Yep. Okay. Bye, guys. Oh, Hope, it's your birthday tomorrow? Good shit. Well, happy early birthday, man. If I don't see you tomorrow, happy birthday. Bye, guys.